Welcome back, guys, to Trails in the Sky, where last episode we set to clearing out the Sky Bandit base, finding the hostages from the Lind behind some more minions, minus Cassius Bright. With that and them safe in the room, we went on to find the Don of the Capua family and the two Carl and Josette from before. Engaging them in battle, we snapped him out of his weird rage as the Capuas fled once more with their minions blocking the way. However, at the airship, the army lay in wait, ready to capture them. With this debacle over, what will happen next?
I really appreciate all your hard work. It appears that my impression about you was right. I knew that you would come through and bring closure to this incident. Yeah, but the army took off with all the glory, so I don't know if we could exactly say that we solved the case. No, that's not true. If you hadn't been there, I don't know if the army's raid would have been so successful. Backed into a corner as they were, the Sky Bandits may very well have harmed the hostages. Agreed. Everything worked out because you infiltrated the hideout and took them out ahead of time. You should be proud of what you've done. You really think so? It's true that the hostages were freed and the Sky Bandits arrested, but it's a bit vexing to know that there are still some unanswered questions left. The men who appeared at the Valeria Lakeshore and the mystifying attitude of the leader of the Sky Bandits. I think we should consider that. There's a lot behind this incident that we don't know about. Well, I guess we'll have to leave that part up to the Royal Army to figure out. With all the culprits being detained by them, there's really not much left we can do. Anyway, we should just be glad that all the hostages came back safe. Thanks to the news about the arrest of the Sky Bandits, things are returning to normal here in town. As a token of my thanks, I've added a bit of a bonus to your reward. Really? Are you okay with that? Of course I am! To be honest, you can blow a lot of money on a restaurant and a wine bottle and just say, nah, it's fine. You know, she's rich. Very rich. I'd like to thank you too, Olivier. Ha! I just hope that my work was worth the price of that grand Chardonnay. Yes, in fact, there was change to spare. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And if anything else comes up, I'd greatly appreciate your help again. Good day. Wow, nice that someone appreciates us. I'm sure that if the incident had gone on any longer, it would have caused much more confusion. It's probably only natural that the mayor is as happy as he is. Or she is. Haha, now I'm starting to feel all giddy inside. I don't think a bracer could be any more happy than knowing her work helped out a bunch of other people. If you say so. But I think it's safe to say that you're no longer Greehorns. Honestly, the two of you really surprised me this time. Haha, you think so? At any rate, please accept your assessment and pay for clearing up the incident. Alright, South Block burglary, done. We're getting 10 BP, 8,000 mirror. Our current rank is Junior Bracer 6th class. Here's the pay the mayor was talking about. It's a very, very nice sum. This is from me. Received the recommendation. Isn't this a recommendation from the Vose branch? Is it alright to give this to us so soon? Of course, it would be downright rude of me not to recommend you after resolving such a big incident. Please accept it. Thank you, Lugren. We'll work hard so that we don't bring any embarrassment on this recommendation. Great work, you two. I'm sure your father would be extremely pleased if he heard the news. Sure. You're probably right. I wonder what on earth Cassius would be doing right now. Not contacting the guild's one thing, but not contacting his family is a completely different matter. Yeah, it's definitely not like him. After he suddenly disembarked from the airliner in Bose, I wonder where he could have gone. Excuse me, please. Aren't you that receptionist from the landing port? I haven't been there yet, have I? Whoops. What's the matter? You see, we recovered some of the cargo stolen by the Sky Bandits, and among some of the pieces were a number of parcels addressed to the Bracer Guild. So I'm here to deliver one of them today. I appreciate you doing that. Wait a minute. Why is there something addressed to this branch when the airliner left Bose to begin with? It's actually addressed to the Rolent branch. But aren't Cassius Bright's family members here? So that's why. The airliner did stop us. The airliner was the true issue. What? That's us, but... Oh, perfect! We contacted the Rolent branch and they said you would come here. Here you are, this is the parcel. Estelle was given both the letter and parcel. This letter? Yep, it's in Dad's handwriting. It's addressed to Joshua and I at the Rolent branch. It seems as if he's just scribbled it out before we got off the airliner. I guess Dad did intend on getting in contact with us after all. Oh. Well, that's good to hear. So that parcel is from your dad too? No, this one looks like it was sent to my dad by someone else. Oh, that's odd. Yeah, the sender hasn't written their name anywhere. Okay, my business here is done, so I'll be on my way. Bye, Ted. Oh, and one other thing. Good job in helping the rest of the Sky Bandits. You Bracers sure do excellent work. Everyone knows, even though we're behind the scenes. And to think that the clue about your father would be mixed in with the airliner's cargo. Feel free to use the lounge upstairs to read his letter if you'd like. Thanks, Lugren. Well then, let's have a look at the content, shall we? Do you mind telling me what you're still doing here? It's just plain and simple curiosity, that's all. Why did your father disembark the airliner prior to his departure? Were I forced to wait around for an answer, the question would stick in my mind, so I'd never be able to sleep at night. And you're telling me this because... Oh, how heartless and cruel can you be to a companion who has travelled alongside you? And just who is it you have to thank for being able to infiltrate the Skybandit's hideout, I wonder? Alright already. Be a rather obnoxious fellow, I hope you know. I guess we don't have much of a choice. However, depending on the content, we may have to ask you to leave, okay? Ha! Of course I understand. Alright, let's see what he has to say. Estelle started by cutting the letter's seal. Ah, it was confetti. Dear Estelle and Joshua, it was glitter. I'm sure you're probably about finished with the jobs I left for you, right? I'm also sure there are many things you'll have trouble with in the beginning, but take each one step at a time. I know you both can succeed. Anyway, it turns out that I've had a little trouble with my own work. And unfortunately, it looks like I won't be able to make it home for quite some time. Please don't expect my return until after the Queen's birthday celebration. I'm really sorry that things turned out like they did, but you should be grown up enough not to be lonely while I'm away. So until I get back, I'll leave it up to the both of you to decide how you want to live. You're free to continue working in Rolent, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Your 16th year is a vintage time in your life, so make sure not to waste it. Please give my regards to Scherazard and Ina. Cassius Bright. That seems like the type of letter your father would write. It touches lightly on things, but it's full of consideration toward the both of you. Yeah, it looks that way. Queen's birthday celebration, is it? From what I've heard, that's still a ways off. Yep, it's about 2 or 3 months away, which means this would be the perfect time to take a small trip. I really wonder where your father is and what he's up to. Forget about that. Let's focus on what's in that package. To an unknown sender, there's bound to be something interesting inside. To be honest, I'm pretty curious myself. But we shouldn't be opening things addressed to my dad. Why do you think of it this way? It was a package delivered by an unknown sender about the time your father disappeared. The two might be related, you know. That's true. Olivier, don't coax Estelle into doing something to satisfy your own curiosity. Actually, though, Olivia does have a good point. Instead of leaving it until our dad comes home, it might be worth looking into. Okay, let's check it out. Estelle opened the parcel from the unknown sender, also glitter. Inside was a shiny, black, hemispherical device. I think I've seen some slots for them. Maybe? Also enclosed was a single memo with the item. Oh, and the music. What's this supposed to be? It's an ornament, although I'm not sure what it's used for. Let's see what the memo says. I was able to secure the item the aforesaid group is carrying, so please take care of it. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis of it when you find an opportunity. That's it? Yep, it looks like the sender didn't write anything else. Sheriff, do you have any idea who K or Professor R might be? I hate to say this, but I don't have a clue for either. Your father's pretty well known, so there's a possibility these people could be foreigners too. If this is the only thing we've got to go on, then honestly, I'm about ready to throw in the towel. What the heck is this black ornament anyway? From the shape alone, it doesn't look like anything intended for general use, although it feels a little similar to a battle ornament. Even so, it's still quite different. A normal battle ornament has slots in which to install quartz, but this one has none. Maybe this one is an artifact. An artifact? Precisely. An artifact is an ornament created by an ancient civilization. Artifacts are the models for all ornaments produced today. They're still occasionally discovered in ruins, and for the most part, the Septian Church has custody over them. They're a type of antique, so to speak. But this one doesn't appear to be that old. It looks to me like it was made recently. You're right about that. However, this one almost seems like a black market item. Jeez, now look at what's happened because of my good-for-nothing dad. Doesn't he know that they're all worried about him? Estelle? Now he's getting some sketchy item from an unknown sender. What in the world has my dad gotten himself into this time? Estelle. You know, Estelle, I've been thinking. How about we continue our journey? Huh? Joshua? That's what Dad wrote in his letter, right? He said, "Oh, you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer." Yeah, he did say that, but we've already managed to get recommendations from Rolent and Bose, right? All that's left are Ruin, Zeiss, and Glancel. Only those three. Only those three. There's still more than that. If we do jobs that we travel around to these other regions, we just might hear something about where Dad is or what he's doing. I think we're just worrying ourselves for nothing, considering Dad's skills. And there's also the possibility they may have travelled abroad. But I think getting off our own dust is a lot better than just sitting around and waiting. And we just might be able to find this Professor R too. Joshua? What? You're a genius! Estelle, what are you talking about? This is like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or maybe even 10. It's Sometimes I hate you for being so smart. So, should I consider that a yes? Oh, is it ever? Yes, yes, triple yes! Training to be senior bracers as we travel around the bill, and exposing what that no-good middle-aged man has been doing in the process. I think you're somehow missing the point. It looks like she's back to her old self. I guess it's settled then. Hey, don't send me off. Well, take care. I'm gonna head back to Rolent now. No, Scherazard, come back! That said, I'm still a little worried about you two. Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Get a rest, Shara. We'll be fine. The whole reason we're going on this trip is to become senior bracers. It wouldn't be training anymore if you came with us. And if you didn't go back, the Rolent branch would have a hard time managing things. Don't worry about us. We'll figure out a way to get things done. Well, if you insist. It's pretty rare for someone your age to be aiming for senior bracer status, so don't overdo it. And if you run into any trouble, contact the Rolent branch. You got it? I'll come running no matter where you are. Sure. Thanks, Shara. And the same goes for you. Don't get yourself too liquored up. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Alright. I'll watch the number of drinks. Never fear, dear children. You can count on me to protect fair Shara. And why are you headed to Rolent? Not to mention with Shara. That's because I've tasted all there is to taste of the local dishes here in Bose. And I thought it was about time I turned my attentions toward another region. As for Rolent's cuisine, I've heard the produce is just to die for. So that's what I'm looking forward to next. That's pretty much it. He says he wants me to introduce him to a nice restaurant and some lovely vegetables, or some such nonsense. Since he's so persistent, I only agreed to him coming along on the condition that he go drinking with me at the bar. We'll never see him alive again. Olivia, I really hope you understand what you've promised her. I could die for the likes of fine women and food. Part of me longs to be by your side as you continue your journey, Joshua. But after many agonizing hours of consideration, I've decided to accompany fair Scherazard instead. I think I'll be better off with you, a safe distance away from me. Well, have fun, but I'm warning you, don't you dare make any trouble in Rolent, you hear me? And here's another piece of advice. When Shara's at the bar, watch out. That's when the gloves come off. I'm seriously not joking when I say you should beware. How dare you speak about your mentor like that, Estelle? And besides, Ina's coming along too. Yeah, she's even worse than you. The gloves come off, huh? Is that, perchance, what you and Estelle were talking about before? Yes, Estelle said it best though. It was nice knowing you. Yes, it was a pleasure. The Rolent-bound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers, please aboard the airship now. Well, Ollie boy, it looks like it's time for us to leave. Come on now, we better hurry and get on. Cheryl, wait! Can we talk this over? I'd really appreciate it if I had just a little more time to think things through. Surely you're not getting cold feet already. If you consider yourself a man, then quit acting like a ninny. Ah! See you later, Shara. Give our regards to everyone in Rolent. Have a wonderful trip, you two. You're stuck now. And we never saw him again. We'll get a bit of the LaBelle news come out, won't we? It'll say something like, young man died of toxic liver. Oh, as we end, Chapter 1, Disappearance of the Lind. Chapter 2, looks like it's beginning. Let's save them. And continue on. And that's about the gist of the Sky Bandit incident that occurred in Northern LaBelle. And I think that the bankrupt Capua family drifted all the way down here. You might be contacted by LaBelle regarding the incident, so deal with it as you see fit. Yeah, it turns out I wasn't able to meet him in the end. Seems like something else must have come up. Also, the connection with the Sky Bandit incident is still unknown, but it's clear that another power is at work here. Let me guess who that was. Of course it was. He's got his own music. No, it's not like that at all. I've also become acquainted with an interesting bunch. The food's great and there are babes everywhere. This is unquestionably my kind of country. Maybe I'll just take up permanent residence here while I'm at it. Alright. There's no need to throw a fit. Anyway, see what else you can find out. Just don't get caught looking into things by the Chancellor. He's got a... So the phones in this world are gigantic ornaments. They're like payphones kind of things, and not everyone has them. He has a mobile. I'll contact you again, my dear friend. Haha! I love messing with that guy. Just so stuffy and uptight that I can't help myself. A portable phone, huh? Well, aren't you carrying around quite the nifty gadget? Hello. Shera? Uh-oh. Someone's going overboard. Someone's going overboard! And the fact that you're carrying around an ornament that even the Zeiss Central Factory couldn't create. Well, how about you tell me who you really are? Come on, Shera. Don't treat me like I'm some kind of stranger. I'm Oliver Lendheim, the wandering bard and gifted musician you've come to adore. But if you'd like to get to know me better, I'm sure we could arrange something. A little pillow talk, perhaps? How about we skip the foreplay and go straight to the climax? Your cheap antics don't fool me, Olivier. Or should I call you Mr. Erebonian Operative? It looks like the title Silver Streak isn't just for show. So I guess you were pretending that you didn't notice in front of Estelle and Joshua, huh? I don't want to worry those two any more than they already are. So back to the subject at hand. Why don't you start talking? Who are you? And what are you doing in LaBelle? For that, I'm going to have to correct you on 2 points. First off, these cheap antics, as you call them, are totally natural. I'm not play acting or anything. That's just who I am. Oh, I'm sure. So do you mean to tell me that you drank that wine without paying just because you felt like it? And after that, being taken to the Hacken Gate so you could gather information was all a part of the plan? And you even set yourself up to run into us? I don't think so. I'll leave that part to your imagination. The other thing I must correct you on is that this device is not an ornament. It is an artifact which was unearthed in the Empire. It can piggyback off any orbital communication systems and its transmissions can be encrypted, so there's no worry about them being intercepted. It comes in handy for a busy man such as myself. An artifact? Like one of the sacred relics the Septian Church's stewardship over? Now I'm all the more curious to know what you're after. Oh, no, Shera. You should never try to pry into the secrets of mysterious beauty all at once. How would you like to get to know a real woman? I'd be more than willing to show you with my whip. Shera, I don't see any humor in those eyes. Well, jokes aside, you really should have just been straightforward from the beginning. As you already figured out, my position is like that of an operative in the Empire. And I have no intention of sabotaging anything or stealing classified information. I merely came here to meet a certain someone. A certain someone? Yes, someone you know all too well. The one Lord of the Supreme Swordsman and Master Strategist by the Royal Army. The bracer with a special title belonging to but 4 people throughout the whole of the entire continent. Cassius Bright, right? The Divine Blade, Cassius Bright, is the one I seek. So why did you leave? I mean, I guess you know he's coming home, but why did you leave? Surely staying with me would have been better. I guess maybe you think that Scherazard actually has a better chance of being contacted and meeting up for Cassius, if anything, if he needs backup. That could be the way he's gone here. But so we begin. Chapter 2. Madrigal of the White Magnolia. Let's see. We're going to travel around the entire kingdom, then our next destination is the Ruin region. I wonder which route we should take to get there. About that, so you're really not planning on using an airliner? I think it's going to be quite the detour if we head there on foot. You remember what Shera said, right? We need to walk and actually see the places we protect first. Or was it Dad who said that? Well, I guess since we have some time on our hand, it wouldn't be a bad thing to head there on foot. If we saved the money it would cost to use an airliner. Great idea! We can use the money we saved to go shopping at the Bose Market. After all, we didn't have the time to spend shopping around leisurely during the whole Sky Bandit mess. And then we can leave after that. So what do you think? I don't care either way, but try not to waste too much money. Just so you know, in order to enter the Ruin region, we're going to need to go through the Chrome Pass to the west. Once you're done shopping, let's leave through the West Gate. Okay, the West Gate, right? Right, well, first of all, before anything, I'm going to head to, not Frieden Hotel, the Guild place. See if I miss that quest by not leaving the thing midway. Nope, it's still on shore. So essentially, I've got to hand it in right now. Except I've got to talk to the person. That would make sense. Maybe there's another LaBelle news at the shop as well. I've really got a thing for the clothes being sold in the Bose Market recently. Their designs are trendy and unique, but I wonder where the brand is from. So they got new stuff, haven't they? The cake shop in the Bose Market is said to be pretty good. I wonder if I should go and have a taste myself. Well, I will check out the market yet again. How much cash have I got? 17k. Right, where is the lady that was thieved from? Excuse me, you're Lorna, right? Yes, that's right. Is there something I can help you with? Actually, we found a ring that looks something like the one mentioned in the job request of the guild. If we could, we'd like to have you take a look at it. Really? Truly? We handed over the jeweled ring. Oh, who would have ever thought this would have come back to me like this. There is no doubt this is a ring that was stolen. No, this is the one that was stolen, alright. It was a memento from my mother. I would know it anywhere. I see. It must be really important to you then, right? I'd almost believe that I would never see it again. I don't know how I can ever repay you for finding this. Haha, I'm just glad we could help. So I guess our work here is done, unless there's something else. No, that's all. And once again, thank you for finding this for me. Well then, if that's all, we'll leave you to your business. Have a nice day. Quest stolen ring is completed. Right, that's all sorted. I'm so grateful to you all. The Sky Bandit's behind bars. It looks like I can finally get back to my life. I think you could get back to your life anyway. Your life was fine. You did lose a ring, sure. But it's not like horrible, tragic circumstances happen that means you can't keep living onwards. Things weren't that bad. Right, let's see. Can I make any new courts now? Nope. Only enough for an impede to. And we've only got... Well, we've got enough to unlock 2 slots for our guys, haven't we? Which means we've unlocked every slot. No, we haven't, because Joshua's got an extra slot. Behind that slot again. There we go. Got some more stuff there. 2 more slots unlocked. Means our characters get more powerful all the time. So slot sealed, that needs time quartz only. Information is a time quartz, right? No, time quartz is that colour. Ah. So we've got action 1. We could have death blow 2, but that's not going to help. Elemental value none. Guess I'm going to need to make another one, maybe? Mirage elemental. Eagle Eye adds stone impact. That's an interesting ability there. Let's have a look at that one. Eagle Eye can see enemies from a distance. Gains so many abilities there. But what is the spell we got? Oh, Area M. Drops a massive boulder on enemies. Now we've got an AoE. It costs a ton of EP. But maybe it'll just mash them and kill them horribly. It's one good way to look at it, yeah? I need to make some more orbits then. Some crappy ones. Alright, shield evade, impede 1. We've already got impede 2, so... Art defense thingy, agility 1. Got 2 of them in the inventory, supposedly. Let's make one of them. To be honest, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make a hit gem at this point, but we actually need something like that. Time to cast Arts' Cut. Blinds enemies with a 10% success chance. Ooh. That one gives free gem power. Okay. So we got a super powerful spell. That's great. Alright. So Time Quartz needs to go in there. Time Quartz also has to go in that one. So I put Blind in there. I get Anticept. Which is what? If I switch this defense now, by the way, for something like there, can I get more spells? Nope. I need something with more wind elemental value to be able to get an extra level of spell there. Anticept. Temporarily prevents the casting of arts. Single debilitate. Does that do any damage? No, only when it's listed as attack. So that gives mute. So that's a debuff. But then I've also got a 10% chance of giving a blind on top of impede, which isn't horrible. Oh, we got a big smashing attack of doom. So I'll take that. Seems one's like Estelle's become our magic cast dealer now, really. Really gotta look at all these extra gem values that we're being given. I feel like we need to head to a new land to get something a bit better, though. I came in to make a deal, but it looks like the store manager has changed. Well, I guess it's back to the drawing board. I wonder when I'll be able to bring some good news back to the Imperial City. I don't know myself. Nigel was arrested and taken to the Hacking Gate. I guess it's back to managing the Mac factory for me. Looks like old Nigel was involved in some really shady business. Was he? Looks like my boss was led away by the army. I only want to create things. As long as there's an environment for that, I could care less about anything else. But a shop with no boss has me a little worried. Ah. Okay. So the stuff in here was stolen. Hoovers were stolen. Okay. So, the Hoovers were sold here. The Hoovers ended up in the bandit's base. They were stolen from here. The boss has been taken to Hacken Gate. We've got this book that was in a Hoover. I feel we should go to Hacken Gate. Right. Cool. I'll take that. Let's go to Hacken Gate then. Right, apart from that, the army returned my products which were stolen by the Sky Bandits. Now I can finally settle down and get back to business as usual. Have you got new stuff? Let's see. Of course he doesn't. What was stolen, guy? Nothing. Oh well. Right, so that is New Ansel Path again. I keep going down there. I guess we can go fishing again if we want to. Let's check the Bowes Market, see if there's any new Libelle news on for sale. Somehow I doubt that there is any new real stock here. So really, we gotta go to another town to get new stock. I've definitely bought one of these each before in the past. I just haven't eaten them yet. Man, what did I tell you? The girl ran the confectionery shop as a fiancée. I'm disappointed to say the least, but as her fan, I'll still come buy her stuff. I decided to work a part-time job here so I can earn money to buy books. Yeah, you did. Who would have thought I'd be working at the same store I've gone so accustomed to shopping at? It's a match made in heaven. The goods that customers need often change with the times. I need to figure out what those needs are and get those goods in stock. Do you now, madame? Well, in the meantime, let's see. There is a new Libelle news. Brilliant! We've still got Carnelia chapter 4 to read as well. But the other thing I should do is hand in that quest. So it's done and done before moving on. Right, Stolen Ring is done. And rank advancement to Junior Bracer 5th class. We received Hayes Quartz as a perk. Okay, 111 total BP. Good work. It looks like you managed to achieve your objective. Come back again if you have anything else to report. That's fine, that's fine. And no more sub-quests to do. Great. What's the Hayes Quartz then? Right, Hayes is a white one. And he's become unaware of presence, so it's basically a hide thing. It would teach Chaos Brand. Do I want to maybe cut... Oh, no. Probably goes with that in the first place. You got blind there. I mean, it looks like I'd get more spells out of that. But just the Earth Guard, nothing more. Interesting how these things work out, to be honest. Let's go to Hacken Gate and see if there's anything related. But no, I'm saving again. Is that lead a good lead? Or not? Hacken Gate. And I get past all the birdies again, but there's only 2 of us now. I mean, we are significantly more powerful, sure. But to be honest, we might be more powerful individually, but losing 50% of your manpower is not a good way to be going through things, is it? Right, so if anything is going on here, what do we do with this book? Oh, aren't you those braces? Do you have some business with the general? I can go in? Okay. The Sky Bandit's captured, I can finally get back to my regular work. Wait a minute, what am I thinking? This is the border of the Airborne Empire. I can't think about relaxing my guard in a place like this. But you didn't actually capture the ringleaders, so good job on that. Right, General Morgan. Is this book anything? Oh, it's Cassius Kids again. Why are you here? We have nothing further to talk about. I'm busy dealing with paperwork and other reports of the incident. Maybe it isn't related. The Sky Bandits were transported to Leyston Forest in the Zeiss region. I'm sure they're going to be interrogated about a number of things. Oh, wait, maybe that's where we have to go. Right, door's locked there. Nothing's going on with co-stuff. Even if these Sky Bandits are cool, it doesn't mean that we're going to get a day to rest. I'm just dragging my feet from all this lack of sleep. Man, am I tired. Maybe that's not the lead. But let's head down to the actual prison itself and talk to you. How many times have I been told you have to show me some proof of wrongdoing? If I'm suspected of something, then prove it. You can't, can you? Or can I? I think we can. Hey, where the mirror disappeared to that was listed in this black book. It would be in your best intention to start talking now, because it's only a matter of time until we find some evidence against you. There we go. Hey, where did the mirror? Oh, he's saying that again. It would be in your best interest to start talking now, because it's only a matter of time until we find some evidence against you. Yeah. How many times have I told you? Show me to prove your wrongdoing. If I suspected something, then prove it. But you can't, can you? Same text. I mean, you'll find I have something. What's the matter? Huh? Oh, actually, this man is being held on suspicion of scheming to take over the factory that didn't belong to him. The only bad news is that we haven't been able to find any decisive evidence linking him to a crime. We can only detain him for so long, and after that, we're going to have to release him. So you're looking for some material evidence, are you? Hey, Estelle? Hmm? Do you remember that black book we found in the Sky Bandit's hideout? Black book? Oh yeah, that one. You mean the one that was hidden inside the vacuum cleaner, right? A book inside a vacuum cleaner? Would you mind letting me take a look at it? No, we don't mind at all. Here you are. What a weird secret kind of thing to hide away again as well. Even though it kind of works. Like, after you deal with everything, you would go back to the shops to make sure you have new stuff. And, like, of course, you're going to unlock ordnance slots at that point in time because all the red Sepith you've got. But the way the game seems to be pacing itself out in that regards. The keen-eyed people would probably notice that the store ownership had changed. But, of course, I didn't. I just talked and got lucky. But then when it was mentioned that he got taken away, then I went upstairs going, oh, what's that about? And then saw the Hoovers. Then I put two and two together. That's cool. Aha! This is what I was looking for. Excuse me? There's no doubt about it. This is a secret account ledger for the factory. Hey, Nigel. Take a look at this. Look familiar? This can't be happening. I was taken along with my vacuum by the burglars. You just admitted to it as well. Thank you. It's been a great help. Any bracer who can do work like this is a good bracer in my opinion. With this notebook, we should easily be able to establish his guilt. I'll make sure we send you an official payment for the bracer guild sometime in the near future. Once again, I appreciate your help. Quest Black Notebook is completed. Cool. Poor Nigel. The devil made me do it. I swear it was like a sudden impulse. Yeah, that's right. It's an impulse. I won't do anything bad again. I'm begging you. Please forgive me. I'm a faint heart and fail to begin with. If you put me in prison, I'll get sick and die. Where are the rest of the bandits? And how do you explain this black book and its secret accounts? Go ahead and think about it and then try to explain your way out of this one. I've got plenty of time to listen to you make up excuses and try to worm your way out of being locked up here for good. Ah. Wow. The devil made him do it. I didn't make the connection until now and I played the game twice. Well, I didn't see any of it. If I didn't talk to that guy, I'd have missed that. I found it a bit, you know, when you talk to him and you go, why is this guy being arrested? He was robbed. Okay, so he must be in on something. And then Hoovers. Hoovers. Send in dodgy Hoovers. I reckon you could get arrested in Europe for, like, certain Hoovers, after all. I think if you have an American Hoover in Europe, that's illegal. I think. You can't have a Hoover made in America in Europe because they don't conform to the safety standards of Europe. They draw too much power. So you can't sell them here. I think that's how it works. A weird thing to think about Hoovers at that point in time, sure. Where am I going now? Oh yeah, the guild. Right. Oh yeah, not report there. Right, reported results for Black Notebook. We got 2,000 more mirror and 5 more BP. Current rank is junior brace 5th class. Good work. The site managed to achieve your objective. Come back again if you have anything else to report. I'm fluking these. American doesn't have Hoovers. We have vacuum cleaners. Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry I Englished you. The Crown Ridge is the biggest choke point between Bose and Ruin. I've seen it. It's a series of peaks with difficult terrain covered by bare rock. It's one place no one should set foot on without the proper equipment and preparations. Alright, before we set off then, I think this is as good a time as any to finally do a little bit of a light reading. Should we read the Libelle News or should we read Carnelia chapter 4, considering we've had that for like 10 million years? Let's read Carnelia. It's 12 pages. Take a good drink. Get ready. Settle down with your tea and enjoy some high culture. Human fodder. Sister Carnelia spoke to me in a tender tone as she sent a wave of immense pain rushing through the hole of my right hand. That's my left hand. But the camera's mirrored, so it maybe looks my right. Maybe? I don't know. Yes. I won't have any trouble with you. Now will I, Toby? She asked. Far from my eyes just brimming with tears, I nodded my head in consent as the salty streams of water ran down my face. Satisfied with my answer, she loosened her grip, and I felt the pain vanish as if it had all been some sort of illusion. With a wry smile, she further added, Don't get me wrong, Toby. I've been sent here to protect you by the goddess herself. This is what she said while instructing me to keep my eyes focused on what lay beyond the window glass. Yet there was something about the way she pronounced the last syllable of my name that really rubbed me the wrong way. Was it Toby? Little by little, the line of passengers slowly began to fly out the train car. Prodded on by Sister Carnelia, I inched forward while keeping my gaze on the platform through the passenger car window. Down the stairs which led to the front ticket gate were the figures of those men from earlier this morning. The three thug-like passengers who had been loitering near the large horse-head emblem of tile at the Imperial Station. A muffled laugh echoed from her throat as she too noticed them. Well, isn't this a warm reception party you've got going on? Cocking my head, I quietly pleaded, Give me back my ornament! Sister Carnelia said nothing. Members of the crew bid us farewell as we stepped through the exit to disembark the train onto the lead-coloured platform below. Angrily, I thought to myself, Damn it! What's wrong with these fools? Can't they see what's going on? I shut my eyes halfway to protect them from the drizzle whipping against my face, and I unhurriedly descended the wet set of stairs, a half pace at a time. Sister Carnelia moved along behind me at precisely the same length of stride. Below, the group of thugs waited expectantly at the bottom of the stairs, waited for me, no doubt. Contemplating the rate at which I was going, I ultimately believed it was only a matter of time before I could be handed over to the enigmatic group. I caught sight of their soured faces, the distance between us grew smaller, and felt the heat of my left hand tightly gripping my bags grow in intensity, until my palm began to sweat profusely. Hitting the midway point on the stairs, Sister Carnelia suddenly whispered in my ear, and blew in it as well. Keep your eyes on the ground, Toby. I did as I was told and cast my gaze down upon the tips of my boots stained to the darkest shade by the rainwater. Then, right at the moment I let out my breath, I felt a deep sense of pressure just below my shoulder blades as I was forcefully shoved forward. Droplets flew from my saturated fingers, and my world turned upside down as I tumbled down the stairs and slammed back first into the group of hoodlums. With a muffled crunch, I felt the painful sensation of my ribs crumple under the body of my body, and then return to normal from their severely compressed state. Two of the seemingly military men who were hit as I toppled down the stairs, like an avalanche unleashed on a pair of young saplings, descriptive, absorbed the transfer of force and were thrown into a large puddle collecting on the ground nearby. Shrieks erupted from startled passengers nearby, more shrill than the high-pitched sound of the railway brakes from a decelerating locomotive. As my world spun wildly about me, I lay there, the chill of tiles seeping into my back. With a concerted effort, I rolled my eyes to the left, but my arm remained in an outstretched state. By some act of the goddess, I had managed to keep my tight 5-finger grip on the bag I'd been carrying. In an effort to get up, I slid into a prostrate position, keeping my chin in contact with the ground. Making a low visual sweep of the vicinity as if my life depended on it, I noticed the military-like physiques of the men had vanished from view. The only figure I saw standing above me now on the platform was that of Sister Carnelia, and on her shoulder, as if she were merely hefting a sack of grain, was one of the men. Turning in the direction where the train sat in his motionless state, she lobbed the unfortunate man down onto a set of empty rail tracks below. Oh my god! By this time I had risen to one knee, while keeping the other planted firmly on the ground in a half-standing position. The one in front of me was still swaying, undulating in my wavering eyesight. My head slowly rocked back and forth with it as a double vision of Sister Carnelia's boots approached me. Then with a strong grip, she tugged on my hand, for some strange reason or other. When she did this, I felt the unpleasant feeling that her hand wrapped tightly around mine brought. Let's go, Toby, she instructed me, in an authoritative voice. Nearly dragging me, she pulled me to my feet, and before long we were hightailing it out of there. The onlookers made quite a commotion as they moved hastily out of the way in a determined attempt not to be caught up in the middle of our fight path. The bag in my left hand swung helplessly, knocking against my thigh. After clearing the ticket gate, Sister Carnelia finally let go of my hand, but a sickening, slippery sensation came with it. Looking over her, I realized that the stomach-churning, slimy feeling in my hand had come from the bright red blood which stained both of hers. I peered back over my shoulder in the direction of the platform as I continued to run, but the figures of those 3 men who had been waiting for me at the station were nowhere to be found. Maybe I'm talking too loudly into the mic. I get too excited. So she beat them up. She killed them. The military. She can carry men around on her shoulders like no man's business. Like, it's easy for her. Who is Sister Carnelia? Who is Sister Carnelia? These are the questions. What is the answer? Let's head towards Chrome Pass. We've still got Labelle News 4 to read. And let's at least make most of our journey. See, I can't miss these books now, can I? We've started the story. If I miss a book, miss a chapter, we won't know what's going on anymore. It'd be so sad. Well, Crone Trail we're at. Oh, wait a second. I just realised something. Wasn't there a chest here that I went, we'll come back and get that chest. But now... Oh, no. Now there's only 2 of me. Do I need that chest? I don't think I do, really. Let's get away from explosive eggs. Bit worried about this now. I'm guessing none of the monsters here are going to give me that much experience. So here's the chest. I guess I should save and give it a go. I mean, I am a higher level. Granted. This could be first death. Now there's only 2 of me and lots of them. It has to be cleaned out. Villainous! What? What? Was it always cleaned out villainous? What happened to the monsters? They left? Was that the right chest? I'm confused now. Well, let's keep going on until I can maybe find another chest then. That's the right way. Oh, it's this chest. Never mind. Wrong chest. Right, it's the weird spaceships. What are they weak to? Please be Earth. Fire. Right, we are considerably stronger than we were before. We do have Pummel too, but we also have this. Don't tell me you're going to move towards me now, so I'm going to miss you all. Damn it! Well, they missed. Oh, the rings move too? That's interesting. Oh, only 12 damage now. They didn't do anything. Okay. I think we're fine then. Who should I attack then? I don't want to knock him out of the range. I think that'll keep him in. I think this is an easy win now, right? Oh, you absorb nutrients out of range? How dare you? Okay, you're preparing to use arts. Shadow Spear.
I'm sorry.
Wait, did that do instant death? I mean, technically running them would be the best idea right now and refacing them. Well, that was, random. Oh, that sucked. Random chance, obviously. You dicks. I'll come back for you. Where's my, KO healing thing? Oh, wait a second. I have a dish. It's all good. I have a dish tonight. Damn you. Take 2. Technically, take 3. I need you to use the spell a little bit faster there. We just lost all the CP I had as well. Technically, reloading and getting my CP back would make way more sense. What an annoying ability. Eat a grilled rainbow. Good. Right. Try again. Okay. Well, the orders of things are different now. Right, can I do... Let's say, can I knock any of these guys back behind her? Would that be a good option? Okay, you get to use that art before me, don't you? So what if 2 of them use it and they both proc this? I could just die. And that would not be a fair death. And they're mostly going to be out of range of the spell too. This does it again. Okay, it didn't kill me this time. I was like 264 damage. Estelle wasn't on 264 health. That's rubbish! Normal melee would be better. Well, Estelle's on a critical. Well, I guess I should take one of these guys out then, shouldn't I?
Let's do this.
Will it kill him though? Nearly. Well, we're gonna finish him off with a hurricane. What an annoying ability. Critical hurricane coming up though. Okay, we've got 2. Well, we could get KO'd again here. Okay, we're lucky. In a way. Alright, if I use an art, I get to go first and then Estelle gets to use a thing. What about if I use an item? Does that... No. Art would be the best option then. Who do I clock up on? I feel like I have to heal with Estelle as well. Can you use critical item? Does that work? Let's make sure they don't crit. Alright, I have stuff that heals an absolute ton of HP, so let's use a Rockfish Skewer. This is where one of them KOs me again here. Rockfish Skewer has now been learned. I don't like AoE spells, they're rubbish. I prefer AoE attacks. Way better. Right, who am I attacking then? Can I mess with anyone's turn order again? Oh, I can. Let's use Soul Blur on some guy then. Let's take out this one. Hopefully this will do it with the attack up. Okay, we'll beat him on the 3rd attempt. That critical item did work, because it said it would only heal 500, but it healed more than 500. I don't even know why I really have to use Taunt so much. Rage. Get would probably not be too bad, but let's finish off this one guy. And then feel a lot better about myself afterwards. It's fire that does extra damage, isn't it? Oh, what? Fire ends up low faster? That's not what I want to do. Well, survive through we did. Let's get the item. Well, we got lucky. Some of that wasn't good. HP 2 times 1 is gained though, and a Pearl Earring. Pearl Earring's not really that great. The HP 2 is pretty nice. We've already got 1 HP 2 on you. So do we switch an HP 2 for something else here? Like, defense is better than HP, right? In terms of, like, that specific jewel, I think. Just having extra HP and having tier would be good, considering we got the physical defense on the other side. Maybe we can get La tier if we change some stuff around as well. I don't know. That's Squish Cheese being gifted a sub. Thank you very much, Al. Now we both got both of them with tier, so we should be able to deal with a little bit more because of that. Well, at least that's opened up and done. We're safe for now, he says. I'm going to save again. That battle sucked. I forgot about that chest. We should have started there, to be honest. Should have done that before we went on to Valeria Lakeshore. Yeah, I did say Squish Chi. Man, we finally made it up here. Once we pass through this checkpoint, we're supposed to be in the Rowan region, right? Yep, that's supposed to be what's on the other side. But unfortunately, it's almost sundown. Maybe we should ask them to let us stay here for the night. I guess we could do that. But we've also got the option to hurry down through the pass and rest at an inn at the foot of the mountain, right? Crossing through the pass at night would be dangerous. With our field of vision limited, we'd be on bad footing. There's also the possibility we could fall off a cliff if we were attacked by nocturnal monsters. I wouldn't recommend it. You're right. I guess it could be pretty dangerous. It looks like all we can do is explain our situation to the soldiers at the checkpoint. Oh,
was really expecting that AoE damage because it costs 50 EP, not just to do AoE, but also do a fair bit more chunking damage. Be good if we find a weak guy to other stuff, but still. Sadness. Sadness. Can we sneak through? Can we sneak through every checkpoint we've ever seen? I feel like we can most of the time. Minoria Village. 357 cells. Minoria Village is before Ruin City? Okay. If I'm right in saying. Worse than usual. We don't get many travelers at this hour. Did you get lost hiking along the trail?
No, not exactly. We're bracers, just so you know. Estelle showed the soldier her junior bracer emblem.
Well, I'm surprised to see that someone your age is a bracer. So are you here with work then?
No, actually we're traveling around the kingdom to become senior bracers. And so we figured we'd travel on foot to get in some training instead of just using an airliner.
You're going to travel around the whole kingdom on foot? Maybe it has to do with being young, but kids are certainly fired up these days. Maybe that's a bit of an overstatement. But I'm going to have to tell you that trying to head down through the pass now would be suicide. Recently, we had an untold number of monsters appear in the area. It's quite peculiar, really. We've got a rest stop for travelers, so it would be best to stay there for the night.
Sweet, thanks a bunch.
This will really help us out a lot. Don't mention it. Just talk to the chief warrant officer when we're ready to hit the sack. He's in the guard station, straight ahead. Well, that extra HP should help. Ouch, though. That really hurt. Do you know what? We could rest there too. But that's not technically staying the night. But at least it's getting us ready for anything that can happen. So this place is such a high altitude, it gets really cold after dark. Okay then. I guess you want me to speak to that guy? Or maybe this guy. Or maybe this guy. It's almost time for me to go on duty. I better up and eat while I can. You had. Ah, you're the guy. CWO Zelst. Huh? And you are? We apologize for intruding at this hour, but we were actually wondering. Joshua explained the situation and asked if they could stay the night. Estelle tried to make her eyes as large and yearning as she could in the hopes of scoring some free food as well. I see. Well, that's not a problem. I can see from the emblem that you're bracers. Feel free to use the room next to it. We really appreciate this, sir. Alright, next room to go in, eh? How about warm yourselves up first? Well, you know, warm myself up indeed. It should be fairly warm. Wasn't that bad of a walk. What are you kids doing in a time like this? It's pretty cold out there, huh? Well, let's use the next room then.
So this is the room for travelers, sir?
Yeah, let's get that fireplace on, shall we?
Ah, so nice and warm. But you know, wood stoves just feel so much more cozy than these things.
Yeah, I agree. Wood stoves may heat up quickly and they're certainly efficient, but they can't compare with the feel of a real wood-burning stove.
Yeah, but it's the smell you get from it.
Like Becca when she invaded a couple of episodes back now. She goes to a... She was at a pub, basically. They have a wood-burning fire in there. Whenever she comes back, I know she's been there, because it's just... The wood-burning smoke smell, you can't get away from it. You cannot get away from it.
True, but these ones are so much easier to use.
Hey, sorry to bother you. I heard from the chief that you'll be staying the night. If you need anything for dinner, we'll be happy to share what we have with you if you like.
Really?
That'd be wonderful, thanks. No worries, after the airlines went into service, the number of travellers coming through here drastically decreased. Honestly, with all the free time we've got, we welcome any guests coming through here.
Well, in that case, we'll make sure to really eat up.
Alright then, give us a little time to get supper in order. And full disclosure here, I think it's Asher's night to cook, so I hope your stomachs aren't delicate.
There sure was a lot of rivalry going on over the Sky Bandit incident. But there are quite a few nice soldiers once you start to talk to them on a personal level.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think LaBille is probably about the only place you're going to find nice soldiers.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Don't take me too seriously. I was just thinking out loud. In the meantime, let's put our bags down somewhere.
Oh man, I'm so stuffed. They said not to expect much, but the food was pretty good, didn't you think?
Yeah, it was, certainly nothing I've ever had before. Is it just because it's a better grade than Estelle's food? Excuse me for disturbing you.
Oh, sir, the meal was delicious. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you. Really? You must have taste buds of iron, too. I mean, I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it. Anyway, we've had another guest arrive, so if it's not too much trouble, could you two share the room? Another guest? In the middle of the night like this? They must have some serious guts to be hiking around the mountains at this hour. But no, we don't mind. It's not like we're paying to stay here either. I really appreciate that. He's actually in the same line of work as both of you. So I'm sure you'll get along just fine. Huh? Same line of work? Huh, I knew I'd seen you two somewhere before.
You're the heavy blade, Agate. Oh, so you know each other already, huh? By the way, Agate, what do you plan to do about dinner? I appreciate the invitation, but I had something before coming up here. All I need is somewhere to crash for the night. Understood. Go ahead and divide up the beds among yourselves. Alright, good night. Now, if I remember right, weren't you Cassius as kids? What are you doing sleeping in a place like this? What happened to Scherazard? Cher returned to Rolent. Now it's just the two of us travelling together. We're thinking of making our way around the kingdom in order to become senior bracers. We're going to see the places we want to protect and train so that we can do just that. Senior bracers? Travelling the entire kingdom on foot? You two are really a bunch of carefree brats, aren't you? What did you just call us? There's no way the two of you are going to simply become senior bracers. Use your brains and think about it for a moment. Say what you want, but we helped in the arrest of the Sky Bandits, and we've even got some recommendations to quit treating us like we're a bunch of kids. Well, that, I heard all about it from old man Lugren. Alright, let me put it to you this way. Suppose you had been the only ones there. Do you think you could have solved the incident? Just you two alone, without Scherazard's help? Well, I think it would have been very difficult. It's pretty obvious when you think about it, huh? You two are newbies and little brats, to say the least. Not to mention you're lacking in strength and experience. You don't have the ability to make quick, sound judgments. If you get all caught up in yourselves and forget that, one of these days you're going to get a rug pulled out from under you. We're not all caught up in ourselves. How about yourself, Mr. Macho Man? What were you thinking trying to hike through the pass this hour of the night? You're either playing careless or maybe that bandana's just a little too tight. Watch your mouth, brat. I'm trying to hone my skills on that, you amateurs. Besides, I'm here for work. Don't try and compare my actions with your tourist trading. Work for the guild? Yeah, that's right. Work your old man forced on me. Huh? That pushed this work onto you? Forget about it. I've got an early day ahead of me, so I need to get some rest. You two quit talking and get some sleep too. I just avoided finishing the conversation. Well, you did drop a tidbit about Dad. That's something at least. Enough already, you two. Just shut the hell up and let me sleep. And you better stop poking around where you shouldn't or you're going to get burned. Instead, why don't you get your behind over to Ruin, do some jobs listed on the bulletin board. That's far better suited for the likes of you. Straight off. Hey! Looks like he's asleep. Just as quickly as someone I know. That's a talent when you're in that line of work as far as I'm concerned. Don't you even dare suggest that I'm anything like this jerk. What's his deal anyway? It seems to me like he's all trying to do is pick a fight. Relax, Estelle. It's true we're still just novices at this. It could be that he just said that to us because he was worried about us. Do you really think so, Joshua? I wish I could say for sure, but I don't know. But he definitely did get one thing right. We should turn in for the night. We've still got to hike down for the pass tomorrow. I'm all riled up now, but I guess there's nothing to be done about it. Unless we doodle on this jerk's face and then go to sleep. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't wake up with the way he's snoring. Don't even think about it. There's only one group of people that could be doing it, after all. Culprit would be found pretty easy. So, keep Wayne. I'm ready to take over for you. Oh, is it that time already? It really makes me wonder if anyone really needs to stand guard with nobody coming through here. Don't you think it'd be better if we just kept the gate locked all night? Unfortunately, rules are rules, and that's our job to follow them. We just got over the Sky Bandit mess, and now things seem to be going downhill. Why? What? What's going on? What's the matter? Did you hear something? It sounded like some rustling leaves. Sure it's not just the wind? What the? A pack of wolves? You gotta be kidding me! What was that? Sounds like something's going on. I'm gonna go check it out. You two stay here. Now you just wait a minute. I think we'd better go see for ourselves just in case. Of course that's what we should do. Right, we're under attack. With new music to go with it. Let's go. Oh, that wolf. They look like they've got collars on though. Wolves! This is bad news. We better hurry and back them up. Hey, forget it, you kids. Why are you trying to stop us from helping? You call yourself the Bracer. Don't get me wrong. It's just that it's the army's job to protect the checkpoint, not yours. These guys are well trained, so they should be able to take care of them in no time. You'd just be getting in the way. But I'm pretty sure we could. It's just like he says. This is our job. Now get back inside, you three. Crap! What the heck's going on here? Estelle, the other side. It seems like something's happening on the ruins side of the checkpoint. What? Nice save. Incredible. He's even stronger than the rumors suggest. Ha! You intend to surround me, huh? You're pretty clever for a bunch of mutts. We've got you covered. Don't go in the middle. Go from the outside. Hey, get back inside. You can't stop us from helping you out. We'll try to help you out without getting in the way. Fine, whatever. Just make sure not to get caught between my heavy braid.